Greetings friends, it's Remus here again with another 10-hour farming spot video. This one was the best out of the three, going for Felcloth by killing the Jadefire mobs in Felwood. There are multiple Jadefires, some just on the bottom side of Felwood and at Jadefire, but the best spot is right here on the north at Jadefire Run, where you're going to deal with Jadefire Tricksters, Jadefire Betrayers and Jadefire Hellcallers. All of them having pretty much the same drop chance. I started at level 58 and about 10% with most of the level rested and 310 gold. All three of the Jadefires here have the same drop chances, and what you're mainly going for is Felcloth at about an 8% drop chance. Then you're going to get a ton of Runecloth too, and they give about 5 to 10 raw silver per kill as well, and lots of demonic runes. Those are soulbound, but they are quite useful, or you can sell them too if you don't have mana problems. Now, those mobs can drop about 200 items, including some super rare ones, and in this run I got really lucky by getting 3 0.01% drop chance items. They are around level 52 to 53, and I did this at 58, so it was pretty easy to AoE farm them, even 6 at a time. Though be careful because the tricksters are annoying. They can cast a mind control on you that makes you run out of them and make them friendly for a few seconds, getting you out of combat, and you will regenerate your health and mana, but so will they. Though if you are fast enough you can hit them again before they are fully regenerated, but keep that in mind. If you want to AoE pull them, try to avoid the tricksters. The Hellcallers cast fireballs and also rains of fire, so they are ranged, but you can CC them or interrupt their casts, and the Betrayers don't do anything special and they're just melee. Now this spot is pretty crowded. I had to do it late at night to not have much competition. I did 4 runs, 3 of 2 hours and 1 of 4 hours to get to my 10 hours target, and I had some problems with the horde from time to time chasing me around. One was quite funny. But usually if you go very early in the morning or late at night, it should be fine and there won't be many people around. And since layering is still a thing on my server, I swapped a few times when there were too many people around. Now for the gold. The Felcloth sells for about 2 to 5 gold depending on the time and server. My server is a pretty big one, so it dropped quite a lot and I had to release them and many other items a few times, but I still sold everything, and the raw gold is also quite a lot after you kill over 600 of them. I like the elementals. You'll get quite a lot of junk and raw gold and rare items. The first of the very rare items I got was the Muktol's helm, a blue plate head that drops from Ragnaros too, and has a 0.01% drop chance from the Jadefires. Another very lucky drop was the Libram of Constitution, that sells for quite a lot of the auction house, and also has about a 0.01% drop chance. Apart from that, I got a ton of junk items and a few recipes and greens if you need to sell. There's a vendor that also has repair pretty close on the left side at Talon Branch Glade. I was rested most of the levels, so I made it quickly to 59. But it's easy as a mage since you can just AoE a lot of them and it's quite fast if you don't have a lot of competition. And the final of the super rare item drops was the pumpkin bag, that also seems to have a 0.01% drop chance. It's soulbound though, but I'll gladly keep it. I'm going to show you a few more moments from around the farming, then we'll get to the gold and the selling.
I am honored.
So after the 10 hours I killed about 660 mobs, starting from 310 gold. I made it to 359 just by selling the junk items and from the raw gold dropped by them. Then I had a bunch of stacks of runecloth that sold for about 1 gold and 50 silver each, some healing potions, a bunch of recipes and green items that sell for about 1 to 3 gold each. Some did, some didn't. I wasted some gold by relisting many of them, including some of the Felcloth a few times, so that cut about 10 or 20 gold from the total. I tried selling the blue helm for 50 gold first, but no one bought it for 5 days at the auction house unfortunately. The Libram of Constitution was my jackpot, selling for 25 gold in the first listing, though the Felcloth dropped on my server quite a lot. It was 3 gold per piece a few days before I started this, but now it was around 2 gold each, making about 40 to 50 gold per stack. I replaced one bag with the pumpkin bag and sold the runecloth bag, and also had a bunch of demonic runes that are soulbound but are worth a little if you want to vendor them. Some items sold directly, some came back, I had to release them a few times, but the Felcloth stacks sold for 44 gold eventually, and I found someone on trade chat that bought the blue helm for 5 gold since he didn't sell at the auction house. So, starting from 310 gold, I made it to 482 gold, so actual profit was 172 gold in 10 hours, but if you cut the relisting prices and maybe if I waited a bit more or sold items at a higher price, it would be around 200 gold in total, which is pretty solid anyway. After that, since I waited for days in Stormwind to sell everything, I was rested all the way till 60, so I went and did 2 runs of Stratholme and finally made it to 60. With 13 days played. Then went on to finish Classic by clearing Molten Core with 0 wipes, my 1 button Frostbolt rotation and rolling on 7 items but winning none of them, then same for Onyxia. Thanks for watching, drop a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more of the same kind, and we'll see you next time.